Good morning. My name is Justin Comber, and I am the rector of the Parish of the Transfiguration. And this morning's reading, the fifth Sunday after Easter, is from John chapter 10, and it's a passage known as the parable of the shepherd and sheep. Now, in this story, Jesus tells his disciples a parable. Well, he describes the way things are using the language of shepherds and sheep. He is the good shepherd. His people are the sheep. He takes care of his people. Others to whom the sheep do not belong, don't take care of the sheep the way the shepherd does. And then he moves on to another discussion about the Father and the Son and them. And if they know the Son, they know the Father, and the Father knows them. This is really typical of the way that the Gospel of John works. It's possible to miss the point by exploring metaphor too deeply, too far, asking questions about shepherds and sheep in details that aren't provided. That doesn't seem to be what the Gospel of John is doing. The Gospel of John here is doing what it normally does. It doesn't expansively describe everything. It doesn't give a whole world view. It doesn't tell about every option. It doesn't fill in its readers about all of the possibilities and narrow all of the possibilities down to one. The Gospel of John tells what is, and the Gospel of John tells what belongs together. For example, there is a Father, there is a Son. You know beforehand what that relationship ought to look like, because you already know that fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, that parents and children belong to one another. And so the idea of the Father and the Son is bound up in this one descriptive language and gives no other options. There is Father and the Son, and that describes exactly who Jesus is and exactly who God the Father is. And the same is true of the parable of the shepherd and the sheep. There are no other shepherds. Jesus, in calling himself the good shepherd, isn't saying that he's the good shepherd compared to all of the other bad shepherds. There is one shepherd. Everyone else is something else. There are only sheep. You are sheep. And sheep belong to the shepherd and no one else. The shepherd happens to be good. The shepherd happens to love the sheep. The shepherd tends to care for the sheep. The shepherd will even lay down his own life for the sheep. There is one shepherd, and that shepherd is Christ. There is one Son, that Son is Christ. And if you are found in the Son, then you are loved by the Father. If you are found by the shepherd, if you belong to the shepherd, and all sheep belong to the shepherd, then you are loved by God. There is only one option. Turn your eye to the shepherd. Everything else is something else. Amen.